Hey there, I did a lot tonight, a lot of studying, only to find out there's no book test, but hey, stuff has to be done. Anyway, was on Barnes & Noble site today, noticed that there's a Criterion sale on, and 50% off Criterions, so obviously, I'm there for that. So, got 4, hopefully being sent out tomorrow. When they come, I'll do an unboxing on here. Really excited about those. Don't want to mention what they are yet, so I got 4 Criterion. It's coming in for an unboxing, hopefully from Barnes & Noble really soon. It's my first time ordering from Barnes & Noble, actually. Surprisingly, I've heard a lot of good stuff about them, and I know that they do put on some really great sales. And when I looked at the Amazon site for the Criterion movies, and I looked at the Barnes & Noble site, it was a no-brainer. Barnes & Noble had a much better sale. Anyway, what I'm doing tonight is basically some of my fave box sets, and I'm going for some of my bigger box sets, some of the stuff that I really like, that really wowed me when I got, and still wow me today. And let's start with like one of my faves, and that would be Robotech. If you grew up in the 80s, this was your introduction to anime, aside from Astro Boy, and this was the one where you actually got to see a character get killed early on in the series, a main character. It kind of like wooed you, and this here is box set is filled. I mean, we're talking about Robotech, the first Robotech War, the Macross saga got here, and it's like a, I think so. It's like a 5-disc set. And of course, there's Robotech, the Master Saga. And this is the second Robotech War, and actually these stories were really stories that were separate, but they put them together. It's because of Robotech was such a popular franchise over here in North America. This one is a 4-disc set, and there's some great stuff. 24 episodes on the second one, and 36 on the first one. The first one's the best one. It's the Rick Hunter ones, and of course the third Robotech War. Then Robotech: The New Generation. I remember not liking this as much as the other stuff, 25 episodes, but I want to go back and like rewatch it and see. Again, I haven't got a chance to yet. I have watched this entire Robotech archives. There are some great features on there, including a 70-minute extended pilot of Macross, and just some really cool stuff. A lot of good making of, talking about the different things on there. And as always, these big box ones that you got at Costco and stuff are amazing. This is another A&E set, so Lord knows how much this thing costs nowadays. Maybe it's gotten cheaper, I don't know, but usually those things go way up in price. And either way, Robotech was one of my favorite cartoon shows from back then. It's a great anime, and I love it, and so I was really glad to get it. Kind of on the complete different spectrum. The Russ Meyer collection, put out by Arrow Films. Very different thing. If you know Arrow Films now, this is, I guess not so different now, because they're putting out a lot of the sexploitation stuff, a lot of the lesser stuff. But Russ Meyer stuff was different. It was trippy, it was freaky, it was cool. There's, of course, we all know he's obsessed with like breasts, but he just did some really different stuff. It didn't seem like lower quality. It seemed he really put everything into it. Some of it was crazy ass stuff, but you had fun with it, and just everything went into these films. Some are like fairly, by today's standards, any of these films here are pretty much fairly tame. But it's just they were so different, so weird. There's like a ton of featurettes on this. This is 19 films and 19 discs on the set here, so it's almost every Russ Meyer movie except Beyond the Valley of the Super Vixens. I think it's the only one doesn't have. And no, it's got that, I think. No, there's one anyway. This one, the mainstream one he did. Of course, there's a booklet. Actually, it's kind of a mini book here. It's audio commentary by the Pussycats on Fast Pussycats Kill Kill. There's original audio commentaries by Russ Meyer on Vixen, Super Vixens, Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens, Fast Pussycat Kill Kill. There's a Vixen featurette, Erica Gavin photo album. Erica Gavin was the actress that was in. Actually, she was one of my favorites. And for the life of me, I can't actually remember the name of it. This is, by the way, 100 pages. This booklet is 100 pages. But I think she was in Vixen, which is one of my favorite Russ Meyer films. There's just so much on this box set here. It is a great set. Featuring Kitten Natividad, interview with her, interview with Russ Myers by Jonathan Ross, and that's not just an interview. That is the half-hour special that on the Jonathan Ross series that he used to do. It's really, really cool. Some other stuff in here: Raven Delacroix, Go Pussycats, Go Featurette, and Trailer Reel. Awesome stuff. Just seriously awesome stuff. The next one up here is one of my favorite science fiction shows when I was younger. A lot of people with Star Trek and other stuff like that, and I like that too, but I loved Space 1999. It was the first season of this is very much horrific, very horror-oriented, very Hammer-esque in space in some ways. There was some really nasty stuff that happens in the first season of Space 1999. Now in the second season, he changed it around a bit. I did like it. I did not like it as much, but I gotta say it was a fun show. First season for me is the best season. It takes a lot more chances, it's a lot trippier, and it doesn't use as many Star Trek writers as the second season used. And I think that was the downfall in the second season. They really didn't have enough faith in their own show. This is a 17 DVD mega set, by the way. You can buy this now, I think, on Blu-ray. You know, obviously a lot less discs because you don't need them. But I love this set. It's one of my favorite finds. This is the entire series. It's 30th anniversary edition, both series 1 and series 2. Some great featurettes on this, and some of the creepy episodes, creepy monster stuff that scared me when I was younger, gotta be honest with you. Next up is one that I'm not ashamed to have. It's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the complete series. And it's the 19 DVD set. And I know a lot of people will probably say, hey, that show went more than 3 seasons. That show went on forever. And yeah, it did, but Mighty Morphin Power Rangers itself only went on for these 3 here. And then it changed. Then it was, I think, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Zeo, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers like G-Force, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, there's a bunch of different ones. But as for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers themselves, the original series, this is the complete original series. Before they switched over all the actors and stuff like that. So you get the Tommy ones in here when it started as the Green Ranger, it goes into the cool White Ranger. You get the original 2 Red Rangers in here as well. What's really cool about this is that aside from having 3 seasons, and which is awesome, there's also a bonus feature disc. There's some, and it's got a lot of cool stuff. I mean, this was back in the day that VHS was popular. And what they did was they put out a crap load of like straight to VHS things, like Lord Zed's Monster Heads and Alpha's Magical Christmas, and just just some cool stuff. Even a White Ranger Kata, like a karate club type of VHS they put out. So then all those VHS ones that they put out are all collected on here. Yeah, that's pretty freaking awesome. It's the 2 disc set, by the way, right here. And there's like a great look back at the series. There's another set that I want to get, which has the second Power Rangers series, Power Rangers, whatever it is, Mega Force, Ninja Force, whatever, that I want to get as well. There's a huge mega set coming out now, like 96 discs, which is a little bit overkill for me, but if I could get it for a good cheap price, I definitely would. This is the booklet that came with it. There's character bios here, and of course we know that out of all these actors and actresses here, we know that, of course, that Amy Jo Johnson, who played Kimberly Hart, the original Pink Ranger, she went on to do a lot of stuff. Unfortunately, the Yellow Ranger, original one, she passed away, and it's sad, but you know, it's actually very, very sad. The next one in my set is sets that I really enjoyed. And this is one of my favorite shows of all time. You can see it here already. It is Thriller. If you're a horror fan, you don't have this in your collection, shame on you, because this is one frigging incredibly massive, awesome TV show collection. This, like Stephen King said, the best horror series ever put on TV, and I gotta agree with him. This is some really cool, creepy stuff. There's a lot of big guest stars in this one here. Over 50 hours of special features. Not a couple. It's got 50 hours, 27 audio commentaries in this thing here. Promotion, production stills galleries, episode promos, thriller series promos, isolated music score for select episodes. I mean, this has some great stuff. I mean, we're talking about season 1 goes 37 episodes, and season 2, 30 episodes. That's 67 episodes of this incredible series, and there are some great things in here. I mean, Child's Play was a really, really good one. There are some that really stand out. I can't remember the names of them right now. I know there was the Pigeons from Hell, which was really cool. It was very creepy back in the day. Oh my God, yours truly, Jack the Ripper, is on here as well. Just so much good stuff. Tear and Teakwood. If you ever read the book that Stephen King did called Dance Macabre, where he talks about horror in written fiction, in movies, and in television, thriller gets a big write-up in there. And I'd seen it, luckily, since before this. And there's one, what's it called? The Wig of something. It's really freaking creepy. Really cool stuff. There's a shitload of stars in this one here. And if you don't have the thriller box set, look, this is it right here. Pick it up. Seriously. Well, you can get this one. Well, it's still out there, and I'm sure you can probably get it for cheaper than a lot of people got it for when this originally came out. I lucked out because Amazon had one of those one-day sales, so I managed to get this at less than half price at the time, and I was really, really stoked to get this one here. So when this one came to me, I was super, super excited. Thriller is an amazing series. Honestly, this is the thriller, Boris Karloff's thriller. Get it, get it, get it. And last but not least, one of my favorites, and was a surprise that my better half got me last year, was the Universal's Blu-ray collection. Now this is the UK version, and of course it's region free. It looks very similar to the other one, except for one really, really cool thing here is that instead of the just plain sort of covers, on the DVDs, plain DVDs, there's a bunch of books. There's a book and there's a huge bunch of cards and stuff in there. You can see there are DVDs there. If you have the region 1, you know automatically what the difference is. We actually have the artwork on the Blu-rays, which you don't in the region 1. Actually, it's just a pretty straightforward edition with no art. And yes, it makes a difference. You'd be surprised how much of a difference it does make. Well, for me anyway. And of course, it's a really cool coffin box set. It goes great with my Blood Dead one. Another one of my faves is there's some more box sets that I'd like to grab out here, but I wanted to get this one in under 15 minutes because I want to get some sleep before I got to go to school in the morning. Enjoying some of the SodaStream stuff. And I gotta say, out of all those there, if you're gonna grab one, if you're a horror fan, you gotta grab the thriller set. And of course, everybody's got the Universal collection, so I'm not even gonna go there with that one. I'm sure everybody's already picked that one up. But if you got the child in you and stuff like that, definitely the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers set. It's cheesy, but it's kind of fun. Robotech is just great. It's just great animation and a great story. Space 1999 is cool if you're a science fiction fan, and if you like sexploitation, then definitely Russ Meyer. So that's some of my fave box sets that I like to go back to as well and watch the features and watch the DVDs over and over again. I get a lot of those, unfortunately. That's why I don't get to some of my newer stuff. But I got 4 Criterions coming out. I'm going to unbox here on this channel. I'll be talking to you again soon, and I got to get some sleep because it's like 4 in the morning here. I'm just wired enough that I can't sleep yet. Gotta love the SodaStream. It's time for more of it. Have a good night.